Ogden Funeral Home, providing exceptional service at affordable cost. Visit us at ogdenfuneralhome.com to learn more about your options.
Formula Honda is your family corner Honda dealership, and we speak 20 languages, right in the corner of Markham and Finch in Scarborough. Formula Honda. Hello, we're back with Panorama. We're talking to Lori, and of course we have, as you heard, that beautiful song, Cosita Linda, by the Cantamas, by the Upper Canada Cloister Choir from down, St. Clair and...
So it's in Forest Hill. It's St. Clair and Russell Hill Road.
Somewhere in Avenue Road, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, all right,
between Avenue Road and Bathurst, just north of St. Clair.
The concert that you're going to do, this springtime concert, So it's diverse songs from different countries.
Yes, it is. This is something that we really like doing.
Interesting.
And I'm very excited about the variety of repertoire. So we're starting with something from Vivaldi's Gloria, which is always great. We're actually starting and ending the program with choruses from the Gloria. We're also singing some selections from The Armed Man, which is a work by Carl Jenkins. So Carl Jenkins is one of the most popular choral composers on the planet. And he wrote The Armed Man as a commission from the Royal Armories for the millennium. And he has all the movements of the Mass in it, but he's also interspersed it with other traditions. So there's something Hindu, there's a prayer by an imam, there's a variety of things. So we're singing a couple of movements from that. We're singing some music by Gabriel Fauré. So we're doing the Cantique de Jean Racine, and we're doing a movement from the Requiem. We're singing a couple of songs by a Norwegian composer.
This Requiem, who composed this particular one?
Fauré, Gabriel Fauré.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of Requiem, versions.
Yes,
Even the Baroque music, musicians, they did,
Well, as I say, these texts have been with us for hundreds of years, and they've inspired some amazing creations. Often composers have written them as a result of suffering a loss themselves, and it has been how they worked through their own process of grief. Sometimes they've written them as a commission because somebody else, had a loved one who died and they wanted special music for them. There's a universality to the text, and you can often get the flavor of how a composer views death from the way that they have set the music, what they think about it.
I like the word they use, the flavor of any musical terminology.
Yes. Well, it's very rich.
That's what music is.
Absolutely.
Different color, different flavor,
Yeah. Well, and sometimes I'll use the word tapestry. It creates a tapestry with different weaves and threads.
Yes.
And the culture from which the music comes helps determine what that weave is going to be.
Earlier, you mentioned some songs or arias from Welsh.
Yeah, so the Welsh composer...
Are they sacred songs?
Well, the Welsh composer where I'm talking about is the composer of The Armed Man, Carl Jenkins.
All right, yeah.
So he's originally from Wales, and the interesting thing for him, so he had quite a varied background, but was probably best known as a jazz musician. And then he started writing choral music and really... step to the forefront. So it's kind of interesting how things work out.
Is there any difference between a sacred song and a sacred or gospel song? Or I think they're the same.
Well, both of them, it's the topic of material that determines whether it's sacred or secular, right? So if it deals with sacred texts and ideas, then it's sacred. So gospel would be a type of sacred music.
Okay, all right. So it's just like a crossover or something like that. Yeah. You're a genius, man. You do.
Aren't you sweet?
How can you remember all these things,
Oh, it's part of the fabric of my life.
You're an extraordinary and a very remarkable lady.
Well, thank you so much, sir.
You do.
How very kind of you.
And how glad I am that I know you.
Well, I'm glad I know you too.
And how happy I am that we cross over second time. One from just listening, and now for both sight and sound. Lori, I'd like to thank you for coming over. Thank you for the choir. And mention the date again for the
The date of our concert is Friday, May 12th at 8 p.m. at Grace Church on the Hill. And please come. Get in touch with Eventbrite.
Yeah.
Or you can call 416-256-0510 and reserve a ticket.
Can you come back one of these days again?
I would love to. Absolutely. That would be delightful.
Take Linda with you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'd like to thank you a million times.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Joel.
And for each and every one of you, I'd like to thank you also, and the privilege to be with you tonight. This is Joel saying good night.
Call today to learn more about advanced planning cemetery and funeral arrangements and take advantage of our interest-free terms of up to 48 months and save the HST on select services. Whether you're thinking of selling, buying, or investing in real estate, call George Sagan first, the honest and experienced realtor who delivers. For a limited time, George is offering our viewers a free Apple iPad or Samsung tablet. Call George today or visit his website.